Hi guys, it's Carissa. I just wanted to make a quick video to check in with you and let you know my feelings so far on having a bodybugg versus a FitBit. Both are designed to help optimize the deficit in calories burned versus calories eaten. And I'm feeling after only a few days with the bodybugg that it is ideal for me. So hopefully this video will help if anyone's kind of doing those first few days of research like I had to do. Some of this is information that I guess I wish I had known back when I was making this decision initially, and I ended up going with a FitBit. Now, I will tell you, there are two things that are major factors for me that if everything else were the same, it would really make a huge difference and make me side with a bodybugg. Number one is wearability and ease of use. Hands down, a bodybugg is better for that reason alone. And that being said, that is the only reason, in my opinion, that I would have completely gone in this direction if I had known. The second one is a little bit important, kind of tags along with that, and that is the accuracy of the read. Which I know sounds silly that isn't the number one reason, but I'll explain that to you in a second. Now, wearability is huge. If something is uncomfortable, you don't want to wear it. And I design a lot of what I do in my everyday life to make things simpler, easier, and just in general, I guess, more comfortable. So it's little things like that. It's time savers, it's just attention to detail that makes things feel more streamlined. I felt like I was fighting with my Fitbit a lot of the time to try and make sure that it was in a good spot, it was getting accurate readings, it was comfortable, it wasn't hitting anything or stabbing me anywhere. And because I didn't trust the little clip itself, I always wore it in the belt clip that was provided. And that's because I felt like it would slide and pop off without it. I just didn't feel confident in it, so it was constantly on my mind. Wearing my bodybugg, it's right here. It's just strapped to my arm. I never have to worry about that at all. It's amazing. It is such an incredible difference. The other thing was the Fitbit had a button that was a slightly raised portion of the front of the device. And that was a status button. You'd hold it down to let it know you're going to sleep at night, hold it down to let it know you're waking up in the morning, and press it to check your stats during the day. Well, if the Fitbit's in an area where you might hit that button, you could accidentally tell your Fitbit you're asleep for 3 hours during the day until you check it again. And that will goof up your stats, and you can't change that later. Another thing that bothered me was the fact that I, like a lot of people, I would think that tend to use these devices, I'm obese, I'm overweight. So it ideally would be strapped to my pants, just above one of my legs, or as instructed, women could also wear it in the center of their bras. I tried both of those places, and it was just very cumbersome, and they're in spots where I felt there might be a little bit more like jiggling on my part that could set off a count that just won't be accurate for the whole rest of the day. Because the Fitbit works on one type of sensor, and it's the sensor that is used in Wii remotes on the Nintendo Wii, it's fairly accurate, but extra movement will cause it to give you a false reading, and the readings would always feel like they were inflated, and there was no way to verify it. So that's the whole reason why that's kind of my number two issue, because if it was easier to wear, if the wearability were less of an issue, perhaps it would work as designed. So, because I feel that it was pretty accurate, but there was no way for me to be sure. And if you ever dropped it or just taking it off to charge it, I felt like I was dismantling a time bomb, just how slowly I had to move and carefully so I didn't in any way jostle it and change my numbers, it was very frustrating. And so then my weekly, monthly, yearly charts, they were all thrown off. It would say that I had a horrible sleep pattern because I accidentally told my Fitbit I was sleeping for several hours one day, but I was moving a lot. So, that being said, there's only one thing that I like better about the Fitbit than the bodybugg, and that's the website. And it is not because I have to pay for the bodybugg website after the first 6 months. If you are looking to do something like pay for a device that's over $100 to help in tracking, especially, just tracking for health and wellness, what's a few more dollars to pay for a website that I'm hoping maybe some of the money goes to fixing the interface, but I don't know. Fitbit seemed very responsive to user feedback, and there was a lot of improvement going on there. Yes, it was free, but that's not, to me, it amazed me when I was looking at the pros and cons of each a while ago when I was originally researching this, how many people griped about having to pay for the website. When I got the Fitbit, I thought the website was so amazing. I was surprised you didn't have to have a membership, a paid membership, to use it, because it holds all of the tools and information right there. And then later there was an app, so it could be done there as well. I just like the interface better on the Fitbit app. There really isn't a whole lot of a difference in what the website does or what data it shows you. I just think maybe the Fitbit one was a little prettier and it was just cuter, and I don't know, it was just easier to look at. There were lots of colors, and nothing major, but I just prefer it. I miss it a little bit compared to what I'm working with now with the bodybugg website. But I did get the bodybuggSP, which is for the smartphone version. Despite a lot of the negative reviews I saw online, I just thought I'd give it a chance. So far, so good. I have no complaints. The app, the installation of the app, the user interface, the information, it's good. I like it. People do complain about it, but I will tell you what, my only other alternative was to wear a friggin' watch strap, and you all know how I feel about that, because my very first calorie counter was a watch, and I hated it, and I never wanted to wear it because I have big man wrists, and I hate watches. So it's not happening. So I figured I would do the smartphone version, and boo-hoo, if I can't access it sometime during the day, I'm sure it's not going to happen all the time. It's never happened yet, by the way. Everything's been good. But if there's at one point I can't check, I can always check later when I use the USB cord to attach my device and charge it. So I'm good. So that being said, this feels a little ranty. Am I yelling? I just wanted to share that with you. I guess in my research, I found a lot of information that seemed very whiny to me, that, people want something to be perfect, and it's not going to be perfect. It's hard to please everyone. So I think that if you're making a decision right now, and if this video is in any way going to help, the Fitbit device is great. It's probably better for people who are closer to goal and need something more for just like a glorified pedometer that also helps with an idea of calories burned during the day. Not for someone who is 100 pounds, maybe even 50 to 100 pounds overweight, with lumps and bumps and jiggly things that are going to change the results of what the sensor reads. I really feel that it was inflating my numbers, and there were days when I made a lot of my meal choices in a misguided fashion as a result. So I'm just looking for more accuracy and ease of use, and I have it, and I love it. So hopefully I'll be able to give you some more information next time after I've used it a little while longer and have a better idea of, maybe if there are some other downsides or things that I've learned about it. So if there's anything you would like to know, especially now that I've used both devices, let me know and I will be sure to get back to you. All right? Thank you so much, guys.